Alright, rise and shine. Hello? Are you awake? Oh, come on. You think I'd get used to waking up to the sound of a small localized seismic event every morning by now? But no. You don't know trauma until a dragon sleep sneezes and you wake up with your eyebrows on fire. Hi. Hello. Are you up yet? You're kind of in the way of, well, everything. Honestly, how anyone in the village ever thought you were some terrifying man-eating monster, I'll never know. Damn it. Why do I even bother? I swear, I spend a solid 3 hours every morning organizing this pile, and by dinner time, it looks like a landslide hit the entire south wall. Why do you have so many golden spoons, huh? And the rubies. Why do you need so many rubies? I've organized them by size, by clarity, by, well, whether or not they look suspiciously like cheap glass. And yet, every time I turn around, there's a new mound of red blinking at me. It's like a horde of angry torchlights in here. You say you found all these gems and gold, but somehow every finding expedition ends with half the local nobility missing all their cutlery in an empty vault. You're basically one very big, very shiny raccoon. Oh, now you're awake, are you? Good morning to you too, your scaly highness. So it's my fault for not looking where I'm going. Funny how your tail seems to spontaneously relocate itself into my path every time I take a step. It's almost like you enjoy making me stumble over you. Don't you dare purr at me. You know, you're the worst coworker I've ever had. And that's saying something, considering you used to work irrigation duty back in the village, and those guys thought a good day's work was blaming me for the drought, and then trying to sacrifice me to a dragon. What? No! I'm not gonna shine your scales again. That was a one-time offer to apologize for dripping marshmallows all over you. I swear, my arms are still sore, and it's been 5 days. And that's not even supposed to be part of my job description. You promised. I'm not a highly paid lizard beauty technician. I'm not a highly paid anything. Stop being dramatic. You're perfectly shiny. Now, can you please move your tail? I need to get over to the chalice of holding eternal sadness. I used it as a marker for where I stopped sorting yesterday. It's pretty distinctive. I swear half of my time is spent just trying not to trip over your extremities. Seriously? I just finished stacking that pillar of commemorative coronation plates. Do you have concrete blocks for feet? How can you possess the terrifying majesty of a millennia-old fire beast and yet trip over a pile of perfectly sorted doubloons? No, I know you didn't mean to. You never mean to. But look at this. You sent the bag of holding flying into the wall. And now the gold-plated chamber pots are all mixed up with the teeny tiny miniature crowns. Right. Fine. My hazard pay demands are going up. I demand triple. Well, triple of whatever is you intend to finally pay me with. Don't think about asking me to do another trust fall. Flashback to the company retreat. 15 tons of pure muscle. You expected me to stand right behind you? I'm still scraping the soot off my boots from when you sneezed out a fireball right over one of my vision boards. Don't pretend you didn't. You incinerated my detailed 5-year plan for optimized meat organization. You know, the job you actually hired me for. Sometimes I wonder how anyone is afraid of you. You're like an incredibly large, highly flammable house cat. A clumsy, overgrown doofus who just happens to breathe fire and sleep on enough gold to fund a small army. Really uncomfortable, by the way. So lumpy. What the? Why do you have a pile of medieval tax forms over here? What self-respecting dragon hoards tax forms? The ancient elven artifacts make sense. The emeralds? Great. The siege engine you call a footrest? Kind of weird. The enchanted socks? Questionable. But tax forms? I'm judging you incredibly hard right now. Don't pout. Pouting doesn't work on me. You know it doesn't. You're manipulating me with specialized sad dragon noises. I'm immune. Yeah, I know. You just want me to be happy here. And you're, not so bad. For a giant, gold-hoarding lizard who tried to make me do trust falls, you're actually kind of nice. Sometimes. Even with all the accidental fires. You're just big and clumsy and slightly dim-witted. But in a lovable, cuddly way. Like, don't let it go to your enormous head. I still haven't forgiven you for making me hike up the mountain for a whole week straight. Or for eating all of my porridge. Definitely not for the porridge. Yeah, great. But if you really want to make me happy, you could. Maybe let me sit on your back when we go down the mountain for the meat delivery run. My legs are so sore of these long, rocky hikes. I swear, my thighs have grown like 3 sizes. I mean, I've never been in better shape, but I'm gonna... For the love of goblin gold. Not the celestial oracle sacred chalice of legendary blessings. Did you even look at where you were wagging your tail this time? You're a disaster. Well, let's get this all set back to rights, I guess. Just another day in the life of a humble treasure organizer, an occasional dragon wrangler. You know, One day I'm gonna find a treasure chest that's just filled with unsent letters to the tax office. You've probably been evading the kingdom's property taxes for at least 4 centuries. And I've been meaning to ask, but why do you have so many cooking pots? You don't even like to cook. And I can understand the swords and the armor, but the collection of peasant foot wraps is just weird. And I swear you have a scarecrow shoved in the back corner somewhere, because I got up to get some water during the night and it almost gave me a heart attack. And, come on. Not another enchanted mirror. I tripped over one a week ago and now they all insult me when I walk by. And one kept trying to sell me skincare products and kept complaining about my frizzy hair. It's not my fault you set it on fire. Just stop bringing them home. And maybe go start a lovely bonfire. Because if I had a copper coin for every time you've accidentally set something on fire, I could probably buy back half of your hoard by now. Maybe start a side business. Fireproof home insurance. Run by an actual dragon. Except you'd just burn everyone's houses down. Amazing marketing. Also confusing. And, is that a taxidermy pigeon wearing a tiara? Oh, no. I'm not even asking questions about that one. That's horrifying. And I don't even want to know where you found it. Wait, is this more paper? This scroll just says, to conquer something. You've had 500 years and you haven't even crossed off step 1. And, oh, wonderful. Another cursed amulet that screams when you touch it. I'll just add it to the other pile of scream jewelry, shall I? One day I'm gonna organize this hoard so well, even the goblins will weep in admiration. Until then, I'm just gonna pretend that pile over there isn't whispering my name. Don't you even start.